Hey, how's everybody? Appreciate you guys for still hanging out. This will be part 2 of the anatomy series that I've been doing. First, I just wanted to apologize to you guys. I had put a video up, and as I was doing the feet and ears, I had some music playing in the background. I think it was from SoundCloud, somebody's stuff, and the powers that be blocked it, so I just took it down. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into those feet and ears. Peace. Alrighty, let's go. What's up? So yeah, like the intro, my little intro video was saying, I had a video up and I had some background music, and it was actually Kendrick. So yeah, you can't do that. My bad, Ken. But yeah, you can give me a shout out if you ever look at this. Anyway, let's do these feet. So like the hands video, feet, and it's about with anything that I draw anyway. It's always about the shape of the foot. So I have some reference pulled up, like always. You always want to use some reference. And when I draw feet, again, I look for the shape. I block out the shape like that, right? So that's one. Let's draw this again real quick, the shape. And then, you know, it's just fleshing it out. As you do this and practice more, you'll notice that the inner ankle is a lot or slightly higher than the outer ankle. And again, I always look for landmarks too. So obviously the ankles are landmarks. This top part of your foot is called the first cuneiform bone. So it usually kind of protrudes here, or definitely on top if it's a profile picture, but this is another landmark I look for. And then the sesamoid bone is usually here, kind of a joint bone that connects the bones here to the big toe. And then just feet, or excuse me, toes, or some of the other ones if I need them. And I always draw a little bit of the lower leg here, just so I can have a reference on how big things should be. And then yeah, after that, you kind of just start fleshing it out, you know. Your toes, you can, add little hints of it being bent here, some extra skin. You can also use that as a landmark if you want. Again, don't overdo the line work in feet or hands. It'll make your hands and stuff look old. You don't want that unless that's what you're going for. And yeah, it's pretty much a foot. Let's do a side view of a foot. Let's see, so I can show you some more of the landmarks that I tend to use. So let's draw this bigger. Sorry. So right now I'm filling the shape, and then I'll start fleshing it out. You can look at, so there's I like, and you can just Google most of this stuff, but I like looking at ballerinas' feet, and whether it's covered with their shoes or just barefoot, they usually have really good foot poses for you to practice from. Again, here's that first cuneiform bone here. I hope I'm saying that right. And then there's a pad here. So there's some pads here of fat that I didn't know about as far as that's in the foot too. So the foot actually has, I want to say, let's see here. I got some notes, so you guys will bear with me. There's like 3 pads on the foot itself, and then there's 3 pads in the big toe. So there's a pad here. Let's draw real quick, and I'll get back to that one. But let's see, foot here, and I'm drawing the underside of the foot. That kind of heel. So there's a pad of fat here, and it's so thin though. When I looked it up, I was like, holy crap. So there's 3 pads of fat here, and then in your big toe there's pads of fat as well. It's just amazing how the body is made up. I've become obsessed a little bit with it. So there's about 26 bones in the foot, and that's like a fourth of all of makes up a fourth of the bones in the body in general. That's a lot of bones. So you can see if someone breaks a bone in their foot, you kind of out of commission for a bit. So but yeah, back to this. There'll always be some perspective that you'll have to deal with when drawing hands and feet. So it's just something you have to do. You got to practice every day. If you want to get better. So no way to get around it, no way to cheat it. You just got to do it. Landmark here. This is another landmark. You can use the heel as a landmark too. Just kind of, you get that reference. You have the arch. There's all type of tendons and stuff in here as well. But you kind of get the hint there, right? Let's see. Let's draw another foot. I don't want to take up too much time on this, on these videos here, especially the foot one. I mean, it's like drawing hands. It's you find a shape of however that reference you have, and then you just kind of draw it. I know it's easier said than done. Easier said with hands as well, but if you practice it, it will definitely become easier. So this foot here that I'm drawing has a little bit of perspective going on here, and as an artist, you need to sell the what you're drawing. If not, it won't come across as right at all. So this bottom part of the heel, and that's where that little fat pad is, that line right there will sell the picture. You don't have to, or the foot, you don't have to go in and noodle the heck out of some design work or whatever. You see my stuff on Instagram. If you haven't, go check it out. But I'm all about simplicity. I can't even talk, but that alone will sell it. You can add some shading and stuff like that also to sell it, which is always cool and stuff like that. But now you get that this is the actual bottom of the foot, and then it starts to curve back up here. So yeah, less is more. Here's an ankle for a landmark that I use. Here's another landmark, and you kind of see me shape this out. So that was the shape. Here's another shape, and then I'll go off with that. Here's that big pad. You can use like this right here, and then there's some fat happening because that's that pad, and there's another pad. Landmark here, and I hope I didn't draw this too small. And then you got your toes, and then a big toe Has some fat pads in there. Another landmark, and boom. You have a foot that's kind of curled backwards. Let's see, what do we got? Let's do, let's see, let's do, I guess, a top view, what I'm looking at here. And this is pretty easy. You should start off, like, if you're having trouble with different things, always, you know, definitely take the easy route. And what I mean by that, so here's an ankle, and the other ankle. Landmark. As far as the easy, sorry, I got lost here. If the top part or the top view of a foot is easier for you to draw that first and practice and master the heck out of it. And then, you know, then start twisting stuff around and finding reference. To always challenge yourself. Don't settle for, you know, okay, I got this foot here and I'm gonna keep on doing that. Nah, you know, you do that, and then, you know, next day or next couple of days, because you should draw daily, pick something else, you know, pick another, you can look at your own hand for all that, you know, but always look to challenge yourself. And then when you do the easy stuff, and if once you've mastered that, it'll be that much more easier to do the harder stuff, you know. But always challenge yourself, always want to get better. We should all inspire to get better, or aspire, whatever. And then, yeah, so now you got the top of the foot. You know, you still have that first cuneiform bone up top here. I mean, you know, it's just, you're looking down, but you got your ankles. Here's a few landmarks. And you just flesh it out. You know, it takes a minute, you know, to kind of start drawing with shapes, because what you're looking at, you know, when you get deeper into anatomy and stuff, yes, you want to know how muscles connect and, you know, where fat lays on the body and stuff like that. But right now, if you just want to learn, you know, how to draw and how to draw certain things that are difficult, look at the shape. The shape, it'll, you know, take, I don't know, months, I guess, you know, or weeks off of you practicing that same thing over and over, and you just draw a shape, you know. And now I'm not even looking, so I'm trying to do this by memory. Which, you know, once you've done it enough, you'll be like, oh yeah, you know, there's the heel right here. You know, you got that little where you need to put lotion right here. That little wrinkles and fat. Then it arches. Some people arches high, some low, and then here you have that, you know, more fat pads. Landmark, that bone here. You just come down and finish it off with the feet, you know. I have a few books that I've always enjoyed and I still look at. Let's see what I have here for reference. This one here is Drawing Human Anatomy by that guy, Giovanni Savardi, maybe? Some of my coworkers got that for me. Here's another one I use, Atlas of Human Anatomy for the Artist. I think I mentioned some of these in my last video for hands as well. But here's, you know, one more. This is a friend of mine. I need to maybe give it back to her or not so much. Teresa, I love you. That's still in good shape, so, you know, you don't have to worry. And it's an Atlas of Anatomy for Artists. These ones here, this one is probably my favorite so far because it just is dealing with drawing, and it's simple. So these are good, don't get me wrong, but that last one is just really in your face. There's nothing, you know, you really need to be concerned with as far as trying to understand some stuff. Oh, and always warm up too. So I didn't warm up at all, but now I'm starting to get into the groove. So yeah, those are feet. Maybe I'll do one more, a couple more, but I'm only using the regular Pentel pen, nothing special, and just some regular blank paper, copy paper. I don't like that I can see that stuff through here, so we'll chunk you to the side. Let's see. Let's do, I don't like any of the ones that I got pulled up here. All right, let's do that one. Again, just kind of fill it, start with the shape, and it comes in like that. And the feet or the toes also fan out, like if you see the other video, the fingers and knuckles and all that fan out. The feet do the same thing, or the toes, I'm sorry, I keep saying feet. So here's ankle, you got the heel, one point there, a reference point here, a reference point there. So I'll probably just do 3, and I can get by with 3. That top bone, start coming around to some toes here. Little pinky toe on the end. And then the big toe kind of completes it up top. But again, you can see that curve. They fan out. No matter what you do, your toes always fan out. And again, these aren't, you know, I'm not going for really detailed or anything. This is just so you can get a feel of how and what I do when I draw feet and hands, or anything, again, for that matter. Ankle, let's see. Might be a little low. Let's put it up here. So yeah, no. And ankle, yeah, and there you go. You know, foot done. You know, with the little maybe perspective happening here. Kind of, it's up and doing whatever. So let's do some ears real quick. Again, like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. The ear actually, you know, same concept. You got a shape, pretty much circle almost. Although each human ear is completely different. There's probably, I think, 3 bones in the ear max. But then there's a lot of fat and cartilage and all that good stuff. So you have the helix here, the top part. The fat part is actually called the tubercle. Then you have this, everyone knows that little bump right there. It's called the tragus. And if you look real close, there's actually 2 little bumps in there, but most artists just get away with drawing 1 lump. But there's actually 2. So yeah, and then you have, you know, your cavity where the sound actually goes in. This part is the anti-helix, I want to say, according to my notes. Yeah, so, and you know, you obviously have your lobe here. And again, it's all shapes. You know, you just see me pretty much do a circle. And again, I have reference up. I just really Googled ears, and that's what you get, you know. I get silent on you guys, it's just that I'm going into a little zone here. I'm still here. If you got any questions or anything, definitely ask. You know what I'm saying? In the comments below. At some point, I'm gonna do a live video for you guys, and I'll definitely let you know on Instagram and all other social media that I'm on when I'll go live. I'm not sure when, but it'll be soon. Yeah, and if you look at certain ears and stuff, like there's all type of cool little bumps and shades and stuff right here that happen, but I'm not going to get into all that again. It's just an ear. So let's do maybe, I don't know what other ears I got pulled up here. Let's see. I like ears. So let's do back ear like that. And again, you know, this is, I think on the last video what I liked, I had showed. So like, you want to, again, this is a whole thing of selling, right? Selling what you're drawing and making people believe it is an ear and that it's in 3 dimension and all that stuff. So you have your lobes. This right here, this area, let's just draw a little bigger. So let's see. You know, then you have, I guess your head would be really big if that ear is that big. But here, this part here, we magnified it. So how you sell stuff has a lot to do with that 3D space and how you want to overlap stuff. And so you want it to overlap just a bit like that, right? Because you want to give the illusion that there's still more stuff in the front of this ear that we can't see because we're behind the guy, right? Let's see, okay. So all this, you know, up here is all this right here, but we can't see all that so good because of the angle. So yeah, you want to sell it with just a little bit of overlapping, and then maybe some shade or shadows in there to make it pop just a bit, and then maybe a few wrinkles, you know, if dude is old or something, or she, he, whoever. Maybe this can be down a little more here. But yeah, there you go. Add some shading and shadow here. And there you have it. And then, you know, once you've done this enough, you know, you can, let's see, and this will probably be the last ear. Then you can obviously go elven on us, you know. For the most part, when it's a humanoid type of creature or something, it's usually the basic, you know, human structure of the ear. So I start off with the shape, then I just add the point for the elf part, and for the most part it's the same thing. You know, you got the helix top here. Instead of the tubercle coming around this way, it goes all the way up here and then comes back down. You got the lobe. You can obviously make it bigger or smaller, you know, if there's some jewelry or some gauges involved. Comes out and then back in, and then kind of just floats up there, you know. Got that part coming down. you know, there'll be all type of blood vessels or something if you really want to start coloring it and getting into it. Here's again some overlapping right here. Overlapping is cool because it again sells that whole 3D type of thing. Like this little part goes up under this part as it comes over. You know, you're just selling that just a little better. Again, these are just little tips that I've been drawing for a while, so that I'd like to share with you guys. Here's a point that reference something here. So when I'm looking at ears or anything, I look for these little points of something to help me to where I can like, oh, okay, cool. And then again, you know, it's kind of the rest is pretty much history, you know. And again, each ear, human ear, is totally different, you know. I think I did some here earlier. Tragus thing again, and you have that part. Again, you can add just a tad bit of shading on that to act like, you know, this kind of folds over like that, like it's rounded off. You get that? Shake your head, yeah. But then this is again all black in here, or dark anyway. And then, you know, just have fun with it. Shoot, you know, make up your own ears. You know, some that no one has ever seen before. You always have to stick with the norm. Then if you want to sell it even more, and I know you guys, most of you hopefully have seen this trick, you can add some earrings. Again, add that little shading right there to sell it. Here, you can add a little more, you know, to act like it's been in there for a while. His ear, the earring, I'm sorry, has been, so it'll be, imagine if you could see through his ear, and kind of draw that little light so you can make sure it's right, but maybe that whole, you know, it's not, I don't know, decayed or anything, unless he's like a zombie elf or something, but, you know, make it a little bigger and act like that hole has been there, and that the earring, you know, is pulling on it through the wind or whatever, and it's making the hole a little bigger. You can add another one up here. You know, you can add little studs in here. They get bigger, all type of stuff. So yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I don't want to be here too long. These are pretty basic shapes. Some points you look for all the time, and, you know, just practice. So with that said, I think the next video will be the head, and so I'll you know, maybe go over ears one more time real quick, and then some turns on the head, you know, eyes, obviously nose, maybe some hairline. It may be broken up into 2 videos because it may be a lot of stuff. I don't want this to take too long, so I think I'm gonna stop rambling because I can feel me getting ready to go there. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you learned something. Practice and draw daily, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. Appreciate you. Peace.